Hell performance race started out like this. Brilliant start. Notice the smoke from those wonderful two strokes in the background there, because they largely make up the latter half of the grid, as Taz Taylor makes a perfect start. And despite one or two people getting a bit out of shape in the first race, everybody gets safely through there. Taz Taylor takes off at the front ahead of Scott Deroux, and then a terrific battle ensues for third place. Danny Sayers, the Spaniard, holds it for a while. Ed Rendell locks horns with Gerald Boerboom. They're going to be together pretty much the whole race through. Charlie Nesbitt and Jake Archer keep swapping positions with brisk moves like that. The 14-year-old gets the better of the 15-year-old at that point. The 15-year-old responds on the run down to Lodge Corner on the Ryan Saxelby Honda. Scooting through into D Elite then, and suddenly the race leader, having smashed the lap record, 17-year-old Taz Taylor holds his head in dismay as his bike suddenly virtually conks out. He is out. Scott Deroux leads the race. This now is the battle for second place. A big move by Charlie Nesbitt puts him back into second place, and then Jake Archer outbreaks him down the hill, or tries to, but Nesbitt resourcefully hangs on just ahead of number 26 Sayers. As they storm up Clay Hill, Scott Deroux leads the race. This gang is closing on him. Jake Archer swoops round the outside at the top of Clay Hill. Scott Deroux takes the win. Archer in second place, third for Nesbitt, fourth a disappointed Sayers. Deroux the boss. This is how the National Superstock 1000 race rounded itself out at Oulton Park. A terrific start by the 2013 champion South African Hudson Kenner. Plugs his way to the front from third place on the grid, but a massive three-man pile-up takes out Kyle Wilkes and Alex Olsen at the first turn. Meanwhile, a big move by number 10, Jossie Elliott, the championship leader, sees off his rival Alistair Seeley on the Tyco BMW, and then the pace car comes out for a while. And as soon as the restart comes, look at that Tyco BMW scythe through the second place straight away. Jossie Elliott, however, retakes the second place with a tighter exit. James East running strongly in fourth place, Luke Quigley in fifth. Out front, Hudson Kenner sheds the lead when he suddenly has to sit up under Jossie Elliott's assault, and it also cost him second place as the Tyco BMW thrusts through as well. A big mistake into the final turn by Jossie Elliott costs him time, and Alistair Seeley decides it's the point at which he can retake the lead. Again, Elliott looks over his shoulder. He looks really cool in second place with 2 laps to go. But Alistair Seeley defends his line brilliantly into the final turn. Elliott tries to cut back around him and cut underneath him through D Elite. Loses a bit of adhesion, and it's Alistair Seeley's race here at Oulton Park, ahead of a disappointed Jossie Elliott. Hudson Kenner third, but the wee wizard back on top. The final race of the day, the Pirelli National Superstock 600 Championship in association with Black Horse, and a brilliant start by a very determined young Ulsterman, Andy Irwin, off pole position, makes a scalding entrance into the first turn. Everybody, all 40 eager lads, first safely through there. Irwin at the front, then Ben Curry, the Australian, running in second place, but swoops around him and grabs the lead for Taystay's Yamaha until he falls to the axe of Mason Law. A very congested final turn there as Mason grabs the lead from the Australian and the Ulster boy. Taron McKenzie begins to make a move and drops into Old Hall ahead of number 4, Joe Francis, the local Cheshire lad. And then a massive moment from Ben Curry. That really cost him not only several places, but really any chance of winning the race, because the Australian shakes his head there. He never really recovered from that moment. Meanwhile, at the front, Taz McKenzie broke clear of the pack, chased down Mason Law, slaughtered the lap record, and grabbed the lead. Mason took a quick rain check, no problem behind him, open track, so he could attack, and attack he did. And for the final lap, as it went into Old Hall for the Lodge for the final time, huge slide from McKenzie. He manages to hang on to it. The tyre grips, the power goes down, and he wins for the third time this season ahead of Mason Law, and keeps the Superstock Championship open with that brilliant victory.
The first of 2 Santander Consumer Finance KTM Junior Cup races got underway here at Oulton Park, and with 4 races left in the season, obviously an awful lot to play for. We were expecting a strong performance from Syrah's leader, Cameron Fraser. We were expecting a strong performance from Kevin Keys, number 55, and indeed Chris Taylor. None of those three failed to deliver. It was a terrific scrap, and unlike many of these races, we had 6 bikes all the way through, just vying for those 3 incredibly valuable podium positions. Kevin Keys hit the front on a number of occasions. Cameron Fraser led, Chris Taylor led, and right at the back there, you can see Lee Hindle with the yellow bike running strongly, the man who was in 6th place in the championship, but in the final analysis, it was to no avail. A couple of mistakes for Hindle, one at the hairpin and another one later on in the race put paid to his prospects. But we were waiting for Kevin Keys, the Irishman, number 55, to make it 4 victories. Chris Taylor had other ideas, and the man from Coventry, the number 79, went ahead, and the battle was very much between those two. Cameron Fraser, though, Syrah's leader with 18 points, could see his championship lead evaporating and scrapped all the way to the flag, missing out by 4 100ths of a second. The gap now just 13 points, another cracking KTM Junior Cup race. Well, the 18th race in the Santander Consumer Finance KTM Junior Cup got off to a cracker, and everybody out there knew what they had to do, because essentially they're vying for 5 very important places to go into the grand finale at Silverstone, and it will be the best 5 in the championship, the top 5 as it were. Kevin Keys, number 55, with a mathematical chance of winning the title, hit the front early, but he was very quickly passed by Syrah's leader, Cameron Fraser. James Nagy, yet to win a race, the number 12 from Barton-le-Clay in Bedfordshire, really got stuck in 2nd place, but Kevin Keys, determined, with 3 wins already, wanted so much to make it 4 in a row. He was chased all the way. Number 28, Lee Hindle, who's come stronger and stronger as the season has progressed, hit the front, went cross-tracking, saved it. Later in the race was to fall victim to a similar move. Lee Hindle, meanwhile, was shuffled back. This is what happened onto the gravel. There was no way back from that, so his race was over. Meanwhile, at the front, Kevin Keys took advantage of that, pushed hard. Chris Taylor, number 79, also 2nd in the title, desperately needed a strong finish, overdid it, too much of the right hand, out went the back end. Taylor then sidelined at the final bend, and victory went to the Irishman, number 55, Kevin Keys. But at the top of the table, 66, Cameron Fraser marches on supreme.